Please bring in the jury.
You can stand or sit however you prefer.
Okay. Please be seated. Members of the jury, we're going to continue with direct examination. Ms. Stone, you may continue.
Thank you, Your Honor. Okay, Mr. Giannicola, when we left off, we had just pulled up the roadside view and indicated the start time for all of these videos was 2:12:52. Is that correct?
Yes, it is.
And I'm hitting start or play on the roadside. And when we say roadside, maybe it's obvious, this is just the other side of the bus from the curbside. Is that correct?
That is correct.
Okay. video at 2:16, 08. Mr. Denicola, which video view is now shown on State's Exhibit 34?
That's the front left camera.
Okay. And moving that back to the beginning, 2:12:52, and playing that from the beginning.
Approaching Timberline High School.
Yeah, they're on their way.
And I've stopped that video, the front left view at 2:16:02, is that correct?
Yes.
And Mr. Denicola, to this point, we've seen the initial roadside view, is that fair to say?
That is correct.
And we've also seen some views of people coming and going from other camera views, is that an accurate statement?
Yes, it is.
Okay. Did you know any of those individuals
No.
in this event?
No, I did not.
And what view is this, Mr. Denicola?
That's the view from the camera right above the driver's seat.
Okay. Still State's Exhibit 34, correct?
Yes.
And starting that video at 2:12:52 from this front door view.
Approaching Timberline High School.
their way.
Okay, stopping that video at 2:15:58, is that correct, Mr. Denicola?
Yes, it is.
Okay. Mr. Denicola, may I approach, Your Honor?
You may.
Mr. Denicola, I'm going to show you what's been marked as State's Exhibits 5 through 33. I'm going to ask you to look at those silently to yourself and then look up at me when you're done, okay?
Yes.
Mr. Denicola, do you recognize what I've handed you in State's Exhibits 5 through 33?
Yes, I do.
And what are those, sir?
These are still photos from the videos that we just watched.
And do those appear to be a true and accurate representation of still photos from that video?
Yes, they are.
Your Honor, at this time, the state would move to admit State's Exhibits 5 through 33.
Mr. Kading, any objection?
No objection.
Mr. O'Leary? Exhibits 5 through 33 shall be admitted.
Thank you. May I retrieve those, Your Honor?
You may.
I have permission to publish.
You may.
Mr. Denicola, starting with State's Exhibit 5. I'll give it a second to autofocus. There it goes. What are we looking at in State's Exhibit 5? Go down a little bit. What is this, sir?
That's the transit bus stop in front of Timberline High School.
Okay, do you still have the
Oh, yes.
pointer? Yes, thank you. So can you orient us in terms of the stop itself, what we're looking at up close? Earlier you had talked about from the aerial view. What are we looking at up close here?
Up close, you can see the, this is the actual stop that we call a lollipop.
Okay,
And then several students in the area. And then right around over here, you can see that fight that's going on.
And the witness is referring to the right quarter of the exhibit.
thank you, Your Honor. And about center of the page, is that center of that right-hand side of the exhibit, is that right, Mr. Denicola?
That is correct.
Okay. Mr. Denicola, this, maybe it's not an obvious question. You've seen fights at bus stops before, is that fair to say?
Yes.
Have you gotten out to intervene, for lack of a better word, as you did here?
No.
Why did you do here?
Because it was apparent that this was an adult male fighting with students.
Was that different to you?
Yes, it was.
Showing you State's Exhibit 6. What are we looking at here?
In the same spot at the lower right center of the screen here is the fight that's going on, the adult male and a teenage male as well.
Okay. And is the female there in that photo as well?
Yes, right to the left of the adult male.
Okay. And is that the female that he's holding on to, or is that a different student to the left in the, I would say, tan pants, so to speak?
I believe that's the female that he ends up grabbing.
Okay. What view is this?
This is, I'm sorry.
No, that's okay. Where would the view be in terms of date time stamp if somebody was looking at it?
You're looking at it from the front camera, and then the date timestamp going off the upper left-hand corner. You can see that's from October 18, 2024, 2:13 and 19 seconds.
Okay, and you've got the cursor on the right-hand side, but you're looking at the
Right.
left-hand side, is that correct?
That is correct.
Okay, and when you say the front camera, do you mean the road camera? Is that the specific
Yes.
title?
That's the front road camera. Well, it's a road camera.
Okay. State's Exhibit 7. What are we looking at in State's Exhibit 7?
Again, we're looking at the road camera, timestamp of October 18th, 2024 at 2:13 and 20 seconds.
And where is that fight happening in this photograph?
The fight is happening about 10 feet away from our Lollipop bus stop. It's right here on the lower right-hand side of the screen.
And so throughout this, you've referred to, in your descriptions, an adult male, a young female, and another young male. Do you see those three individuals depicted in this screenshot?
Yes, I do.
Can you identify, please, where you're talking about the adult male, the young male, and the young female?
Right here is the adult male, and then these are the two young males. And then I believe this is the female over here. They're center of the screen, right side of the screen.
Mr. Denicola, let me ask you a different question then.
Yes.
State's Exhibit 8. What are we looking at in State's Exhibit 8?
Looking at the road camera, October 18th, 2024, 2:13 and 21 seconds. It's a closer view. We can see the adult male right here, and he's fighting with the teenage student.
Is there a student on the ground?
Yes, there is, just to the left of the other student that's still standing in front of the adult male.
And the witness is referring to the right bottom corner of the exhibit.
Thank you, Your Honor. State's Exhibit 9. What is depicted in State's Exhibit 9?
That's timestamp October 18th, 2024, Time is 2:13 and 22 seconds. And we have at the bottom right-hand corner of the screen here, you have the adult male that just punched a teenage boy.
And is there a student on the ground?
You can barely see him, but yes, right behind the teenage boy.
State's Exhibit 10. And what's happening in State's Exhibit 10?
It's
Yep, I can pull it down for you.
It's okay. Again, it's the road camera 10/18/2024 at 2:13 and 23 seconds. It's the adult male is actually heading towards the other student, and it's at the bottom right-hand corner of the screen.
Okay. State's Exhibit 11.
October 18th, 2024, 2:13 and 23 seconds. Again, the bottom right-hand center of the screen is the adult male reaching for the female student.
Okay, so just to be clear, Mr. Denicola, earlier you indicated
Yes.
you thought the female student was wearing the khaki pants.
That is
Do you
correct.
see the khaki pants student in this photograph also?
Yes, I do. I see him standing over by the tree, over at the right-hand center of the screen.
So for clarification, the khaki pants student is not the female.
That is correct.
Okay. And in this State's Exhibit, 11, what are the hands of the adult male doing? Where are they located?
Right now, it looks like he was reaching for her shoulders.
Do you see the young male that you've described previously in this shot?
I do not see the male that was fighting with I don't see the teenage male that was fighting with the adult male, but I do see the other male that had the khaki pants over by the tree.
Thank you. State's Exhibit 12. What's happening in State's Exhibit 12?
It's October 18th, 2024, 2:13 and 25 seconds. Center right-hand side of the screen, the adult male is grabbing the female student.
And do you see the other young male anywhere in the shot that you've previously described or, as being struck by the adult male?
I believe that is him coming into the screen here in the bottom right-hand center of the screen.
So at 2:13 and 25 seconds on October 18th, 2024, based on this, do I understand that as you observed it and consistent with that, the adult male's arms are already on the young female and the young male is not touching them, is that correct?
That is correct.
Thank you. State's Exhibit 13. What timestamp are we looking at here, sir?
We're looking at October 18th, 2024, 2:13 and 25 seconds.
Okay. And what are we looking at on the right-hand side of this photograph?
Let me get this cursor over there. I'm sorry.
That's okay.
Right-hand side of this photograph, you see the adult male still in a tussle with the female student, and the male student actually coming up on them. And I see another student that's coming from where the tree was at, all on the right side center of the screen.
So does it appear at this point students have noticed what is happening?
Yes.
State's Exhibit 14. What timestamp are we at here?
October 18th, 2024, 2:13 and 26 seconds.
Okay. And what's happening in this photograph on the right-hand side?
The right-hand side of the screen, we have another person coming into the picture at the right center screen.
And how is the adult male appear to be holding the young female in this photograph?
At this point, he has her turned around, so he's holding her from behind.
The other students appear to be touching him at this point.
Not yet.
Thank you. State's Exhibit 15. And what timestamp are we looking at here?
October 18th, 2024, 2:13 and 45 seconds.
And what's happening in this video?
In this picture here, the adult male is down on the ground. He's holding the female in a chokehold. And we have several other students standing around.
And have you arrived, is it fair to say you've not arrived yet? I mean, the bus is present, but you have
Right.
not gotten to the scene yet.
That is correct. The bus had stopped. I have not approached the scene.
State's Exhibit 16. Mr. Denicola, do you recognize anyone from this photograph?
Yes, I do.
Who do you recognize, sir?
I recognize myself right there wearing the high visibility vest.
Okay, and what else is happening in this photo?
In this photo, I'm bent over the adult male and the female student. I'm at the bottom right-hand center of the screen. And I am instructing the adult male to let the student go.
And have any of the other adults arrived on the scene yet?
At this time, it did appear that one of the adults did arrive. There was came out of this pickup truck. He was on the left center side of the screen.
Okay, let me show you State's Exhibit 17. In State's Exhibit 17, what are we looking at here, sir?
That's on October 18th, 2024. Timestamp is 2:13 and 57 seconds. At this time, I'm actually, you can't really see because the student's standing in the way, but that's when I was trying to break his grasp off of this young student. And then we have this other adult male that was coming running across the road.
Okay. And State's Exhibit 18.
That's October 18th, 2024. Timestamp is 2:14. And again, right here in the center of the screen, right side of the screen. I believe I'm still attempting to release the female student from the adult male's grasp. We have several students standing around watching.
State's Exhibit 19.
It's timestamp October 18th, 2024, 2:14 and 10 seconds. And in the same spot at the lower right-hand center of the screen. This time I'm standing up, which was right after I got the adult male to release his grip on the female student. And a spectator came running across the road. He's on the left center side of the screen.
Okay. So there is essentially another adult that has arrived, is that correct?
That is correct.
Okay. State's Exhibit 20. And what time is this at?
It's October 18th, 2024 at 2:14 and 52 seconds.
And have you left the scene at this point?
I have left the scene of the actual incident there, the center right-hand side of the screen, and I was headed back towards my bus.
Okay. Switching views to State's Exhibit 21. What date, timestamp, and view are we looking at on State's Exhibit 21?
This is October 18th, 2024 at 2:13 and 21 seconds.
And Mr. Denicola, what is happening here at the top, I would say top center of that photograph?
The top side of the photograph, that's that fight that's going on between the adult male and the students.
State's Exhibit 22. Same question?
Yeah, center of the screen. In the middle, it's the fight still going on between the student and the adult male.
State's Exhibit 23. Where are we looking at in the, just to the right of the upper center?
That's still the fight going on again with the male and the students, I believe.
And is the young female already down on the ground at that point? Here?
Yes.
And moving to States Exhibit 28. Which camera view are we looking at here?
This is the curbside camera, front curbside camera.
And what date timestamp is that?
The date timestamp is October 18th, 2024 at 2:15 and 53 seconds.
And are you pulling away from the school at this point?
Yes, I am.
Okay, and have most of that, most of the students cleared out of that space, but the adults remained?
That is correct.
Okay, do you see the adult male that you've referred to as being involved in the initial altercation present?
Yes, I do. On the bottom left side of the screen here, he's on the floor. He's laying on the ground, and another male is over him, appears to be restraining him.
Okay. Is that the same male that was restraining him that you've testified about earlier?
Yes, it is.
And States Exhibit 30. What are we looking at here?
That's timestamp October 18th, 2024 at 2:15 and 56 seconds. That's the street side of bus front camera.
And what is depicted, I would say, on the right-hand side of that photograph?
The right-hand side of the photograph, center of the screen, is a pickup truck from which the gentleman that was restraining the adult male in the fight came out of this pickup truck right here, center screen, right side of the screen.
Okay. And States Exhibit 31, Mr. Denicola, what are we looking at here?
That's timestamp October 18th, 2024 at 2:14 and 4 seconds.
And Mr. Denicola, do you recognize the individual pictured on the left, I would say about center of the photographed left-hand side?
Yes, I do.
Who is that?
That's the gentleman that came running from across the street. I call him a spectator.
He was essentially the third male adult to come to that scene, is that correct?
That is correct.
Mr. Denicola, based on your observations of that scene, your observations of the adult male, and your experience there, would the older man have let go of the young girl without intervention from?
Sustained.
Mr. Denicola, was the older man letting go of the young female without the intervention of you and the other adult male?
No, he was not.
Thank you. I have no further questions at this time.
Mr. Kading, cross-examination.
Thank you.
Good morning, Mr. Denicola.
Good morning.
Couple of questions for you. Is it fair to say that prior to the few seconds that we saw in the video of the bus approaching that bus stop that you didn't see anything that was happening?
That is correct.
All right. I wanted to show you, one other thing. You mentioned in your testimony at some point that it was, that the older man and the female fell to the ground. You remember saying that?
Yes, I do.
Okay. And you've seen the video since, correct?
Yes.
All right. And when you say fell to the ground, is that in your opinion, is that an accurate description of what you saw in the video?
From looking at the video, the describing what I've seen, it appeared that he had grabbed the female and they did fall back onto the ground.
Okay, so let me show you what's been marked as Defendant's Exhibit 501. And this, as we're looking through the videos, we can stop frame by frame.
Yes.
So this video, if I may hand that to you, or excuse me, that photo, if I can have you just look at that.
Yes.
You see that photo is essentially one frame after State's Exhibit number, where did State's Exhibits go? I believe it's 14, but let me just make sure here. Yeah, I'm gonna hand you, just for comparison, State's Exhibit number 14.
Okay.
Does that look to be about the next frame after?
Yes, it does.
Okay. And, Your Honor, if I could move to Exhibit number 501.
Any objection, Mr. Leary? Ms. Stone?
No, Your Honor.
501 shall be admitted.
And at this time, I'd move to publish, Your Honor.
You may.
Okay. Now, just so the jury knows, these do not have a date and time stamp, is that correct?
That is correct.
Okay. But we've identified it's in the same sequence of pictures that we looked at previously.
Yes.
Okay. And so I'm looking at this exhibit, which follows in time Exhibit 14, and what I see is I see the adult male and the female still standing up, right?
Correct.
And it appears that there's the young teenager with the Nike backpack there is running right at him, right?
Yes.
And he's got his arm raised on the right side. You see that? His right arm, right there?
Right there. Yes.
Yeah. And so we'll watch the video, but in this, it looks like everybody's on their feet, right?
Yes.
Okay. And when we watch the video, I think what we're going to see is we're going to see Mr.
Objection, counsel's testifying.
Right. Okay. Well, we'll watch the
Sustained.
video. Sorry, Your Honor. We'll watch the video and watch what happens next. Okay. So let me grab the video here. We're going to go back to State's Exhibit number 34. If everything works as planned.
And you're requesting to publish it?
Yes, if I may publish 34 again, Your Honor.
You may.
Thank you. Hang on just a minute. Let me make sure I get everything in the right order here before we start it. Let me load this up real quick. Okay. Madam Clerk, if you could.
We need to take the item off.
Oh, sorry. Okay, and so this is back to the video now. you don't mind, I'm gonna have to talk from over here. Is that okay?
Yes.
All right. Okay, so this is the video. This is 2:13:25, okay?
Yes.
Let's run this forward. I'm going to use a little slower time on this. Now, can you describe to us what you see, who is in the right side of the screen there coming in? Can you see that?
Entering the screen, I see the young adult male.
And
I mean,
that's
the young teenage male.
right on the right side of the screen, correct?
That is correct.
Okay. Now, let's just play this at a little slower speed. Can you tell what speed this is going at?
If you move the, yes, it's 1/4 speed,
Okay.
0.25.
Let's run this through. Stop it right there. Now, we just
Can you
saw,
indicate the time that you stopped it at?
yeah,
please?
this is 2:13:26.7, I think is what it means there. Did you see that?
Yes, I do.
Okay, now, as you view that, did it look to you like the adult male and the younger female fell to the ground?
It appears to me that they're starting to fall to the ground, yes.
Okay, and did you see them being approached by the young male at a rapid pace?
Yes, I do.
And did it appear he ran right into him?
It does look like he appeared to run right into the backside of him.
Okay. And do you think that might have affected their ability to stay on their feet?
Looking at the direction that the young male was running, I'm actually surprised that they didn't fall forward.
Okay. But they did fall down,
They fell backwards, yes.
and there was contact.
Yes.
All right. Now, there's a tree right there, right?
Yes.
Okay. Let's back it up just a little bit here. Now, watch as he approaches there, before he hits them, the young man in the Nike backpack. And watch that tree in the background, if you would. I'm going to stop this at 2:13:28. Did you see that tree?
Yes, I did.
Did it look like they maybe ran into the tree?
Yes, it does.
And which may explain why they didn't fall the other direction, right?
Correct.
Okay. Now, in the state's still exhibits, there was a 19...
I'm sorry, can you indicate what time you stopped the video
Oh, I'm
this
sorry.
second time?
2:13:28. They had showed two timestamp photos. One was Exhibit 14, which was 2:13:25, and the next one was Exhibit 15, was 2:13:45. Okay? I want to just watch the 19 seconds, if we can, between those two. And I'm stopping the video now at the 2:13:44 mark. Mr. Denicola, how would you describe what we saw in that scene, in that 19-second period?
What I saw during that time frame was the other students coming in and hitting the adult male.
Okay, did you see him kicking him as well?
Yes, I did.
And did you see where they were kicking him?
Yes, I did.
Where was that?
They were kicking him in the head.
And so it would seem that there was quite a bit of an attack going on there against the adult man, right?
Yes.
Okay. Now, I noted in your testimony you didn't mention any of that.
Right.
Okay. Were you advised not to mention that?
No.
You just chose not to?
I didn't want to, I was trying not to embellish anything. So I was just saying what I saw.
Okay. You were in the bus during this period of time?
At that point, yes, I was still in the bus.
Okay. So the same view you had of the initial few seconds was the same through this entire period we've just watched?
Yes.
Okay. Now, the kids that were riding the bus that day, are those regular bus riders?
Yes, they are.
Okay. Do you know them by name?
I do not.
Okay. But you recognize them when you see them?
Yes, I do.
Okay. After you said you got in there and got the arm to release off the young female, did you see the defendant move after that?
He rose his hands pretty much up towards his chest in a compliant manner.
Okay.
Like he was no longer resisting or was not going to put up any fight.
And so he's laying there kind of on his side, right?
At this point, yes, he is.
Okay, and he kind of stayed that way until you drove away, right?
No, I believe he was laying on his, because the other gentleman was on top of him, holding him down, that arrived on scene after I separated them. So he appeared to be pretty much on his back, holding his hands up like this, like, I'm good.
Okay. Thank you. I have no further questions.
Mr. Leary, cross-examination.
Thank you, Your Honor. Morning, sir.
Good morning.
Thank you for being here. I appreciate it.
You're welcome, thank you.
How do you like your new job?
I love my new job.
Why do you love it?
Because as a transit ambassador, now I get to ride in the back of the bus with the passengers. It's pretty much customer service, making sure the passengers are getting to their destinations, they know where they're going, and also a rule enforcement officer as well.
Okay. So are you doing more rule enforcement or more helping out?
It's a new program that just went live about 2 weeks ago. I've been doing mainly a lot of customer service.
Okay.
There's been a few rule enforcement issues that I had to deal with.
Is it hard to have somebody else drive it?
No, it's pretty nice.
Okay. I just have just a couple of questions for you. So you described kind of what you saw with respect to the students and the adult male, correct?
Yes.
And the female,
Yes.
correct? And you later described the arrival of two women wearing headscarves, correct?
Correct.
And the first one you saw was somebody who you described as filming.
Yes.
And then you described a second woman who was then holding the young woman that you described in this incident after being released by the adult male.
Yes.
There's a lot of descriptions without names, but is that accurate?
Yes, it is.
Okay. And we had a chance to talk at the break, correct?
Yes.
And so we watched the video to see if we could see kind of the arrival of the women. Is that correct?
That is correct.
And that is visible in the video, but maybe not as clear on the big screen. Is that fair?
That is fair.
Okay. So, and we were able to kind of piece together based on the still shots, correct?
Yes.
And we kind of timed it with the individual coming out of the truck. Fair?
Yes.
Okay, so if I put up Exhibit 16.
When you done, Chris?
It's not up on the screen for some reason.
Okay. There we go. All right, so this is State's Exhibit 16, the still shot up on the camera. And we see 21354. Is that fair?
Yes, it is.
Okay. And we see the truck parked in the turn lane, correct?
That is correct.
And we can see an individual just emerging from the truck.
That is correct.
Okay. And so we know that the altercation has been going on for some time leading up to this, correct?
Yes.
And we know that because we saw the video, right?
Right.
And we also know it's at the point where you have emerged from the coach,
Yes.
and we know that because we see an individual with the
High visibility safety vest,
high
yes.
visible safety vest. Okay. All right. So taking that off of the screen, and now I'm going to show you State's Exhibit 17. And that is not straight. Let's see, there we go. And we see that is at 21357, correct?
That is correct.
Okay. And then we see this individual who we're going to learn his identity later running across the street, correct?
Yes.
And you are leaning down, going hands-on at this point, correct?
That is correct.
Okay. Now, the next one, so that was 57, correct? 57 seconds.
Yes.
And then the next one is 21400.
Please indicate the exhibit number that you're publishing.
Absolutely, Your Honor. So the next one is Exhibit 18. And that is at 21400, correct?
Yes.
Okay. And we can see that you are still leaning over hands-on, correct?
Yes.
And I see an individual standing with almost looks like a camouflage hat towards the back of the crowd.
Yes, right there.
And that is the individual who has run across the street, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Now, in watching the video, we were able to determine about a second before this exhibit, 18, was the arrival of the women, correct?
Yes.
Okay, so we now know prior to 21359, there's the altercation, correct?
Yes.
You arrive, correct?
Yes.
The individual comes across the street, correct?
Yes.
And then at this point moving forward, the women have arrived. Is that
That's
fair?
correct. Yes.
Okay. And just so we're clear, this is, you and I walked through this, but this is what you observed, correct?
Yes.
Both in real time and on these pictures, correct?
That's correct.
Okay. And then you described on direct that the second woman who was holding this young girl after she had been freed, you described her as simply holding her around her waist,
That is correct.
and that she appeared to be fine at that point.
Yes.
Okay. So then, after your intervention and the intervention of the passerby,
Yes.
this girl is freed, correct?
Correct.
He is restrained by the passerby,
Yes.
does not appear to be resisting, correct?
That is correct.
Didn't say anything further.
No.
She's being held by her mom, or I'm sorry, she's being held by the woman, correct?
Correct.
Okay. And at this point, you know that law enforcement is on its way,
Correct.
and you then returned to your coach, correct?
That is correct.
Okay. And you did that because it felt like the situation was over at that point, correct?
That is correct.
The individual involved in the fight was being restrained, correct?
Correct.
And there was no other assaultive behavior that you witnessed?
That is correct.
Okay. And if that wasn't the case, you would have stayed, right?
That is correct.
And you left because you felt like the situation had resolved, correct?
That is correct.
And that authorities were on their way,
Correct.
and that the situation was over.
Correct. My main objective was to get the bus out of the way so first responders can get on scene.
Okay, okay. But if it was still, fights were still going on, if she was still in danger, you were gonna stick around, right?
That is correct. If I felt that she was still in danger, I would have brought her onto my bus and shut the bus.
Okay. Is that part of your training?
That is.
Okay. All right. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Ms. Stone, redirect.
Thank you, Mr. Denicola, Mr. Kading asked you some questions about how the female ended up on the ground. First of all, how many times did you see the female on the ground?
Just the one time.
Okay, when the bus was initially pulling up and the initial fight was breaking out, or say fight was breaking out, when the initial scuffle or, I can't remember if you said scuffle or struggle.
Motion or yeah, something like that.
Okay. When that initially occurred, as the adult male was punching the young male, where was the young female?
The young female was off to the side.
Okay. And was she standing up, or was she on the ground getting off of the ground?
She was standing up.
Okay. Show you states, may I publish on her?
You may.
Show you States Exhibit 7 again, Mr. Denicola. And can you say States Exhibit 7?
State Exhibit 7.
States Exhibit 7?
States Exhibit 7.
Yeah. Can you see it?
Yes, I can.
Okay. And previously, you talked about what was happening on the right-hand side of this photograph. Is that correct?
That is correct.
And you talked about the young male that I'm pointing to on the right, I would say center right, the young female, and the adult male. Is that correct?
That is correct.
And moving to States Exhibit 8. Where is the young female in this photograph? Is she standing up or is she lying down?
She's lying down.
How did she end up on the ground based on your observations?
She must have been pushed or
Well, let's
tripped.
go back to States Exhibit 7. Whose hand's on her, or on her when she's going down?
The adult male's hand is on her.
Okay? And you described earlier the adult male as later grabbing her by the clothing. Is that correct?
Yes.
So let's look at States Exhibit 10. Has she gotten back up on her feet or is attempting to get back up on her feet in this photograph?
It appears that she's attempting to get back up.
Okay? And by States Exhibit 12, how would you describe what looks like the stability of her and the adult male?
It looks like he has a hold of her, and she's still crouched over. She was unable to get fully erect, or stand up straight.
Sure. And when we look at States Exhibit 14, how would you describe the stability of the adult male and the young female in that photograph, or still shot?
Well, the adult male still, he appears to be stable. Can't see the young female very well here.
So previously you described, and I believe your testimony to Mr. Kading when he asked, is that they appeared to be already going down on their own. Is that correct?
That is correct.
Okay. And so other individuals may have joined that process. Is that fair to say? But is it your testimony that they were not standing up and stable then at the time that those individuals joined that?
By looking at the picture here, the still photo, you can see his knees are bent here, so no.
Thank you. And Mr. Kading asked you why you didn't talk about number of strikes or kicking. Is that actually an accurate reflection of your testimony? Or did you in fact talk about that during your testimony?
I believe I did.
Well, and was one of the questions from the state to you whether the interventions of the children were effective? And what was your answer?
Yes, that was a question, that the interventions were ineffective.
Okay. So you did in fact talk about that during your testimony, and you talked about these 19 seconds. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Did we watch those 19 seconds?
We did.
Okay. And based on your observations of the children's attempt to intervene in the choking of the young female, were their interventions effective?
No, it was not.
Mr. Leary then asked you about the location of the arms of the adult female. Do you recall that?
Yes.
And initially during your direct examination, you indicated you thought they were around her waist. Is that correct? And when I say direct examination, that means when I'm asking questions.
Right. Where the adult male's hands were?
No, where the adult female.
Oh, yes. Yes, the female, yes. Was
Okay.
around her waist.
And at the end of direct examination, when I asked you, are you certain you know where her arms were, what was your answer?
I believe so.
Okay. And who was your attention on?
I was focused on the adult male and on the female's face.
Okay. And do you know what happened after you left that scene?
I heard what happened after I left that scene.
So do you know, though, did you physically see it?
No, I did not.
Okay, thank you. I have no further questions.
Mr. Kading, any recross examination?
No.
Mr. Leary, any recross examination? May this witness be excused?
Yes, please, Your Honor.
Any objection, Mr. Kading?
No.
Mr. Leary?
No.
Sir, you are excused and you may step down. You're free to go or remain however you so desire.
Thank you.
Thank you. Call your next witness, please. You may. Please. While we're waiting for the next witness to come into the courtroom, if you would like to stand, just move around a little bit, you are welcome to do so. Up here. And please raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to give will be true and correct?
I do.
Please be seated.
Thank you.
Ms. Zoe, you may inquire when you're ready.
Thank you, Your Honor. Good morning, sir. How are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm good. Thank you for asking. Please state your name and spell your last name for the record.
Yes, my name is Sopal Heung, last name spelled Heang.
Are you currently employed?
I am.
How are you employed?
I'm employed with the City of Lacey Police Department.
Okay, and how long have you been employed with the Lacey Police Department?
Approximately 5 years.
Now, Officer Hang, what kind of training did you undergo to become a law enforcement officer?
I underwent the 720 hours of basic law enforcement academy, and that was at the Washington State Criminal Justice Training Center. And then upon being certified as a peace officer, I've been on patrol the entire career where we do annual training.
Okay, and what were some of the things that were taught during these 720 hours at the academy?
So we did criminal procedures, criminal law. There was firearms training, emergency driving or EVOC, what we know it to be. There's defense tactics, patrol tactics, crisis response, CPR, things of that nature.
And what are some of your responsibilities as a patrol officer?
Well, first priority is call for services. So as a patrol officer, any types of call that comes in, it's our responsibility. We have beats, so in Lacey we have 3, so we're assigned a specific beat, and our responsibility is whatever call comes out is to take care of that call. In addition to that is if there's proactive policing, so when there's not call volumes or calls, it's kind of expected to kind of be proactive, so deter crime, look for suspicious activities, anything of that nature. And then on top of that, community policing, so that's just business checks and engaging with the community in a positive light.
Okay, Officer Hain, you testified a moment ago that the Lacey Police Department have 3 beats. What do you mean by beats?
It's just jurisdictional boundaries, so we have the Adam area, the Boyer, and the Charles area. It's just how it's separated within the city.
In the Adam area, which part of Lacey does that entail?
So that's from the boundaries, kind of where the train trestle off of Rainier Road. So that's kind of the south boundary up until 22nd Ave.
And what about the, I believe you said the Boyd area, which part of Lacey does that entail?
So that's kind of more central towards the police station. So from 22nd Ave southeast up until 15th Ave northeast, or kind of by North Thurston High School.
Okay, and what about the Charlie district? Which area of Lacey does that entail?
That'll be Hawks Prairie area. So kind of a lot of the newer development, a lot of the warehouses that are out there.
Okay. And as a patrol officer, when you're on duty, are you assigned to a specific area, or do you patrol all within the city limits of Lacey?
We are assigned. It doesn't mean that you cannot, you can assist as needed in the other beats or jurisdiction, but we are assigned a specific jurisdiction area.
Okay. And were you working on October 18th of 2024?
I was.
And were you working as a patrol officer on that day?
I was.
And which jurisdiction of Lacey were you assigned to?
That I was the Adam car.
Okay. And what, if anything, and let me ask you a different question. What was your shift that day?
I was working day shift patrol.
Okay. And what are the hours for day shift?
So it starts at 6:30 a.m. and it ends at 5:10 p.m.
Okay. And what, if anything, occurred at approximately 14:15 hours or 2:15 p.m. That day?
Yep. So we received a disturbance call at Timberline High School.
And when you say we, who are you referring to?
I guess the Lacey Police Department, specifically in the Adam area.
Okay. And did you yourself respond to the call?
I did.
Okay. And what, if anything, did you initially observe when you arrived at the scene at 2:20 p.m.?
As I approached, so there was a circle of individuals, but as I approached, there was one subject, male subject, that had another male subject pinned on the ground.
Okay. And the male subject that was pinned on the ground, were you able to ascertain his identity at some point?
I was.
And what was his name?
Ihsan Ali.
Okay. And prior to you having contact with Mr. Ali in front of the bus stop, did you have contact with Mr. Ali earlier that day?
I did.
Okay, and what was the purpose of that contact?
Prior that day, I had gone to his residence as he had reported his daughter as a runaway.
Okay, and what was the name of his daughter? And on October 18th of 2024, were you the first law enforcement officer to arrive at the bus stop scene?
I was.
Okay.
And Ms. Zoe, I know we just got started, but it's noon, and so we are going to take our break. Members of the jury, thank you so much for your time and attention this morning. We will be on break or recess until 1:30 this afternoon. The bailiff will tell you when they request you be back here so that they can have you in the jury room and bring you back in at 1:30. Please remember all of my instructions. The bailiffs would come forward and lead the jury back.
No, Your Honor, not from the city, thank you.
All right, Mr. Kading? No, Your Honor. Mr. Larry? I have one question. Obviously, we have the current witness. Does the state have other witnesses planned for this afternoon? And can you indicate who will be doing the examination, please?
I